Hi, this is Deadman. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID. Or a fake one.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
While it's not as iconic of an intro song as the first game, Mass Effect 2's title screen is awesome. There's a franticness in the music that's preparing you for what's to come, and it even shows off beyond the Omega-4 relay where the climax takes place. Just gonna get this out of the way now. The Elusive Man's office is the coolest office in all of fiction. Words cannot express how much I want my office window to be overlooking a dying star. Say what you will about the man, but he's got style. On that note, can we talk about the Elusive Man? Nobody in the entire series refers to him by any other name. His character is so shrouded in mystery that for all intents and purposes, he has no name, and other than he's the leader of Cerberus, nothing is really known about him. I'm throwing on some more wins for his excellent backstory and writing.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
While the Elusive Man is not a good person by any means, at least he's willing to admit there's a problem and actually take steps to make things better, unlike the Council. It's no wonder Shepard willingly takes his help.
But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
That's some great foreshadowing, letting us know in advance that the Reapers would try to turn Shepard through indoctrination before outright killing her, as she's the beacon of hope for the galaxy.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
I would also like to point out that any time the Elusive Man is on screen, we hear his musical theme, and wow! For the first track we get to listen to in the game, it is excellent. A quick recap of the first game that doesn't immediately lead to a title card, unlike the first.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
That's a hell of a way to introduce the collectors. I love how it looks like they appear from the sun, only to fire a solar-colored laser at the Normandy.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
I love how through this whole beginning, Shepard's face is obscured since it's not time for the Lazarus Project to reconstruct her.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
Dedication from the best pilot and best love interest.
Get to the damn shuttles! I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
While it sucks the Normandy is being blown apart, getting to do the spacewalk is kinda cool.
Commander! Shepard!
so not only did they kill our ship, but the main character is killed off in less than 10 minutes. This is a hell of an escalation from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 with the stakes, and also showing off how much better the cutscenes animate.
This is dumb. You can't even hear explosions in space.
Hey, Neg, shut up. It's a science fiction game, so suspend that disbelief, buddy. Also, oh no, Shepard died, however will the game go on?
You know damn well it's not over.
The Genesis comic, made by Dark Horse, recaps the first game and lets you make those important choices that carry over should you decide to jump into Mass Effect 2 before playing the first one.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine, you haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me.
Meta-commentary.
Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari.
Sure, that's what we'll call it.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
The Lazarus Project being named after, well, Lazarus, is a freaking awesome way to resurrect Shepard. Plus, it brings up the topic of, is that actually Shepard, a clone, or a realistic body double?
As awesome as being able to import your character from a previous save is, it's pretty bad you can't slightly tweak her from game to game. Also, they took out my scar over Shepard's eye.
Yeah, but at least you get the Renegade scars.
True, but that doesn't excuse not being able to tweak your character.
The loading screens even got an update. The majority of the time, it reflects the mission you're on, or it shows something akin to blueprints.
She's reacting to outside stimuli.
Even if he plays the traitor, Steve Bloom is always a win.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
That's a hell of a wake-up call.
Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast.
Waking up from a 2-year coma is as good of an excuse as any to go through a tutorial for the game's updated combat. I definitely like using the thermal clips over the gun's overheating meter. It makes the combat snappier and more like a shooter.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget.
The Elusive Man apparently mentored under John Hammond when it came to resurrecting dead things.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Can't it be both?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me. How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes.
It's seriously dumb that she was rebuilt. Lack of oxygen and her burning up in the atmosphere would have surely...
Science fiction!
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you.
Don't we feel special?
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who she was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter her identity in any way, if she's somehow not the woman she used to be, the Lazarus Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
The importance of bringing Shepard back exactly as she was is definitely important. It's the same as when babies are developing. One single neuron gets misfired and suddenly you have an entirely different person. Without her galaxy-saving tendencies, Shepard isn't Shepard.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
You told me you were with the Alliance. I don't like being played for a sucker.
I didn't lie to you, Commander. I was with the Alliance before I joined Cerberus.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Listening to this makes it all the more incredible that Shepard survived.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
Miranda is a badass lady with a badass introduction.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out.
I seriously just love how snarky Miranda is all the time. Her Aussie accent provided by Yvonne Strahovski makes her even better.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or two, in your case. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
She was a racist bitch and killed Rex is not an option here. No matter what answer you choose, Shepard can't act like she doesn't loathe Ashley.
You have way more armor customization this time around.
Commander Shepard.
Quantum entangled communication with the elusive man always looks cool.
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think.
First off, Martin Sheen is a win. Second, fun fact about his eyes, is he too touched a Prothean artifact in the novel Mass Effect Evolution and can understand the language of the husks. Thirdly, since Martin Sheen doesn't smoke, when he was doing the mocap for the elusive man, he sucked on a pen.
If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
I seriously hate how right he is. The Council proves time and time again that it's a waste trying to get their help. When you finish a mission, you get a handy screen that now updates you on everything that you receive for completion. There's a couple new hacking minigames that do get old after a while, but it's still a nice concept to have.
Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
You see it on your crew members' faces each time you reintroduce yourself to them, but all of the actors play the shock and disbelief perfectly. Damn, that's brutal.
Mechs will protect. Have to hide.
Another new feature is the Paragon and Renegade interrupt options. It makes your conversation spicy as well as being the only way to save some characters. Kinda reminds me of a bug version of Boba Fett.
Unfortunately, the Quarium you brought back didn't give us any useful information. He's too far gone. He'll be returned to the migrant fleet.
At least the elusive man isn't a complete asshole.
If this is a war, I'll need an army, or a really good team.
Funny you should mention that.
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
Joker's back. Also, Seth Green is always a win.
How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
Wow, that's Joker basically saying shit management made him quit. I've seen the Council at work, so that's understandable.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
Yes! With the score of the Normandy Reborn swelling, this is so satisfying. Even if the vessel is Cerberus made, damn, is it good to see my baby fully functional. Mass Effect 2 is kind enough to give you a small tutorial on the different functions of the Normandy, some new and some old. Hot damn, do you have a lot of squad mates in Mass Effect 2. I absolutely love this concept. It actually feels like a lot of side quests were meshed together to form a campaign between you gathering your squad mates and doing their loyalty missions, since that makes up the bulk of the story.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new! It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
Joker geeking out over the new and improved Normandy is priceless.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer. Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather? Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people.
He can kill you 1,000 different ways, a handful of them being with kindness.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Remember not to piss Edie off. She is terrifying.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought.
Flirting.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
Quantum entanglement technology is always awesome.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
You get a captain's cabin you can actually explore. Also, it looks much roomier than the last one. I like how you can customize the cosmetics of your squad mates to give a little extra style to your game.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
She comes off as an Ice Queen, but Miranda is a tragic character for sure. I'll get more into it later, but she is the way she is because of her upbringing, and she actively tries to be a better person overall. You get to the wreckage of the Normandy and damn, it's all kinds of roughing in your feels. I love how this time around the objectives are a little clearer on the galaxy map. I also love how some of the loading screens have a small section of the Normandy approaching the planet. While the level up system is a bit more streamlined, it is a bit tragic we lost the deep tabletop system of leveling up.
Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
I like any time you land in an area to recruit new squad mates, EDI gives you a short dossier on where and how to recruit them. When you reach a hub world, you have a map that you can open to tell you where everything is at.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
This line implies the existence of Face Off still being a movie in the Mass Effect universe, and now I'm imagining a Turian face on a Hanar. Thanks, imagination. I didn't need any sleep tonight. One of the coolest aspects of Mass Effect is the universe is so vast there's still things to learn about. like Vorcha being introduced in this game and never seeing them in Mass Effect 1.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way, but I couldn't let you do that. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
I love how even though Shepard is on a mission that's very important, she still has time to help everyone she can.
Take a good long look at me. Do I look like a looter?
No.
That's right. Now I'm going in. If I find looters, I'll kill them. Anybody gets in my way, I'll kill them too.
I'll call the guards. They'll let you in with no trouble.
Shepard rolled a nat 20 for Intimidate.
Senesine is the catalyst. Bonds to genetic markers. Hard to find. Expensive to mass produce. Why not Heplicor? Too unstable. Inconsistent results. Demazine better option. No. Demazine toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
Mordin is an absolute delight. His fast speech pattern is evocative of how Solarians are. Since their life cycles are so short, they work as fast as they can.
The Plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No. Too many guns.
For the love of God, take a breath. It's a covert and privately funded human group.
Related to Plague. Doesn't affect humans. Human-centric interest. Few human groups would know me. Equipment suggests military origin. Not Alliance standard. Spectres. Not human. Terra Firma too unstable. Only one option. Cerberus sent you. Unexpected.
Damn, I love how astoundingly smart Mordin is to deduce all of that information quickly.
Just once I'd like to ask someone for help and hear them say, sure, let's go, right now. No strings attached. Let him live, I let you leave. Kill him, I do the same to you.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
We had a deal.
Keeping your word.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
I freaking love Mordin. He lets nothing get him down and relishes a challenge.
Good captain. Dedicated. Bit of a cloaca, though.
Scientific way of calling Kirrahe a dick.
Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
I would say that's fair, but considering what happens in Mass Effect 3, I'm gonna pass on that.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great.
That's a touching callback to Mass Effect 1. Even though he was ganked in 5 minutes, he is still a person in this universe that's remembered fondly. After drinking with Dr. Chakwas, the screen is shifting around, letting you know that you're a little tipsy, and it's probably a good thing Joker is the designated driver.
Everything he does pisses someone off.
That alone should tell you it's Garrus.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate.
You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solis's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
When you return to Hubworlds after completing a mission there, you get an update from EDI on how things are going.
You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way.
Show me yours, tough guy. I bet mine's bigger.
Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
It's Garrus, so hi.
Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
Saving a dumb kid from doing dumb things.
That should slow them down.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
I do like that with this specific mission, you're able to sabotage the robots and mechs, so there's less resistance when you go to save Garrus.
Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her again.
You're working too hard. You nailed me good a couple times, by the way.
Concussive rounds only, no harm done. Didn't want the mercs getting suspicious.
Damn it! I thought I took that thing out already.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate how awesome Garrus is that it takes 3 merc groups and a gunship to take him down, and it still doesn't work? Oh shit, they finally got him. Still, took 3 merc groups and a gunship, so it's still very impressive.
Nobody would give me a mirror. How bad is it?
Hell, Garrus, you were always ugly. Slap some face paint on there and no one will even notice.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Damn it, my face is barely holding together as it is. Frankly, I'm more worried about you. I've heard bad things about Cerberus these past few years.
Right now, they're a necessary evil. I need their resources to get this done.
I'll always love Shepard's attitude towards completing the mission, no matter the cost. That's what makes her such a good character.
I'm fit for duty whenever you need me, Shepard. I'll settle in and see what I can do with the forward batteries.
In other words, calibrations.
If the Krogan are so dangerous, why not just sterilize them outright?
Not a war criminal, not a murderer, genocide, unnecessary. Krogan as a whole, violent, aggressive, still have outliers, worth saving. Genophage modification protected galaxy, allowed Krogan chance to survive. Everyone wins. Good for us, good for them.
Mordin always tries to play the ground as evenly as possible. No matter what anyone else may have wanted, he made sure that Krogans could still survive no matter what. That is one of the reasons he's so damn beloved. You can receive messages from people once you've completed a mission, and they're usually just so grateful you helped them out. You can now mine for upgrades.
It does get old after a while.
Yeah, but it's a bit more fun than just buying the upgrades, right?
No.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
Hilarious rant aside, is this a reference to A New Hope?
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not gonna tell you everything just 'cause you ask.
Torture lessons from Bailey?
Usually you'd have to go through the Station Security Administration to reactivate your IDs. Then to Customs and Immigration to regain access to the Citadel itself, and probably a stop by the Treasury. Spending a year dead is a popular tax dodge. But I can see you're a busy woman. So how about I just press this button right here, and we call it done?
Couldn't one of us or both of us get into trouble for that?
There's no way to fool the DNA scanners in that tunnel. You're you. Why wait in long lines and fill out a massive useless hard copy paperwork to get to the same place? The Council does everything by the book. They've had thousands of years to write it. Sometimes things need to get done without a committee vote.
You're not big on formalities, are you?
I'm with them right up until they keep people from doing their jobs.
I freaking love Bailey. He's like a human version of Garrus that finds creative ways around the rules while technically still obeying the law.
You know, for a bunch of cheap touristy crap, your prices are pretty high.
I am sorry you feel that way. There are many stores on the Citadel. Perhaps another would be more in your price range.
So you're saying I'm poor? Just because I'm not as well off as you doesn't mean you can hold yourself above me.
What? No,
Hey everyone! This store discriminates against the poor.
Please, calm down. As an apology, I'll let you have my station employee discount. Is that acceptable?
Well, alright. But you still hurt my feelings.
Renegade is still the best.
Have you tried Galaxy of Fantasy yet? I love that game. It's based on Turian mythology, but it's really fun. I hear it has 11 billion players now.
Space GameStop. Why the hell was that a negative?
You know why.
If true, you told Admiral Hackett to abandon the Destiny Ascension, sacrificing...
I've had enough of your disingenuous assertions.
recently been dead. Don't you deserve the quality and distinction of a traditional Asari burial robe? Anata's mortuary offers the finest quality burial robes, hand-spun by skilled Asari artisans. Anata's will help you leave a good-looking corpse.
Targeted ads have gotten infinitely more invasive and horrifying.
You forgot your credit shit at Saranus Applications. The clerk's holding it for you.
Oh. Well, the Quarian could have stolen it.
I'll close this event report, but I'll be watching you. Get a permanent residence, or I'll run you in for vagrancy.
Are you two serious?
What?
You falsely accused this girl of stealing from you. All you have to say now is that she could have stolen it?
Now, just a minute.
And you. She gets harassed and insulted by this guy, and you throw in a threat to arrest her for vagrancy.
How about if I run you in for obstruction of justice?
You think you're gonna run in a former Spectre? I think both of you should get out of here.
Oh, son of a...
Thank you. I wish I could give you something more than words.
What the hell was that C-Sec guy's problem? He had no evidence that you did anything wrong.
I don't know. Everyone's been like that since I got here.
I'll always love when games let you help out someone in need, even when you have a universe to save.
Shepard! Welcome back to the ranks of the living.
Keith David is always a win. Ha! I remember that time, Neg.
The others have spent the past 2 years convincing themselves the Reapers don't exist. I tried to get the truth out, but they don't want to see it. It's just easier for them to accept Sovereign as a Geth warship.
Yeah, what are you, deaf and stupid?
It's up to you to stop the Reaper, Shepard. All I've got is a title if you want it. I can reinstate your Spectre status. I won't win any popularity contests, but they can't really object. Your title was never officially rescinded when you died. Besides, you're still a hero to humanity. And the Council knows the danger of discounting our opinion.
I'll take whatever asset I can get, old friend. Coming from you, it's as good as the first time.
Not quite the same level of ceremony. And more symbolic than useful, but it still has weight in some quarters.
I love this. Anderson proves that even though we've been dead for 2 years, he still has the same love and devotion to one of his oldest friends. I also think it means more coming from Anderson than any council member. Damn, do I love Anderson!
I got a long list of people I didn't want to see, and your name is right at the top.
The feeling is mutual, believe me. Your return is a bureaucratic nightmare for us.
Your face is a bureaucratic nightmare.
You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Zaid is definitely a fun character to add to the roster, and he and Kasumi both have fun loyalty missions. Especially for post-launch DLC characters.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Zaid also has the philosophy of, if we survive, I'm going to be a rich man, but if we don't, it's not really my problem anymore. Maybe it's just me, but Zaid's armor, especially the back part of it, looks an awful lot like the engineer suit from Dead Space. I'm probably reading too much into it, but it still gets a win anyway for awesome design regardless.
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
Apparently Zaid took revenge classes from the Man on Fire.
What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
That takes care of the cremation.
Zaid, please! I'm gonna die here, man! Do something!
Fry, you son of a bitch.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift. Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
You know who I am, Kasumi. I'm not here to play games.
I heard you were hardcore, Shep, but I figured you'd be up for some intrigue.
I really like the idea of a thief character speaking to you through an ad to make things inconspicuous. Great start for characterizing Kasumi, as well as a great start for her mission.
We should probably wrap this up.
You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. Looking good, Miss Allison Gunn.
No, it's Satomi Shepard. Did you hit your head?
That's the code name for the heist, you dumbass.
Take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason?
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
Compliments.
Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up.
I love that we get a heist in Mass Effect 2. Yeah, there's a firefight segment, but before that, you're actually sneaking around and gathering intel to get in. Also, holy crap do I love Kasumi's suite. It's got the electro/synth sound as the rest of the OST, but it adds in the traditional Japanese instruments and sound, and boy, does that bring it over the top for me. This is one of my favorite tracks next to the Elusive Man's.
What's in the gray box that makes it worth all this trouble?
The gray box holds Keiji's memories. Everything from all the codes and plans he stole to all the time we spent together.
Having technology that stores your memories and information sounds super handy.
Care to explain why my friend has to stand outside?
I don't like the look of your friend, so she stays outside. Simple as that.
Honesty.
Wow. Imagine that thing coming at you in a dark alley.
I think Mass Effect low-key takes place in the Doom universe.
That's a Casa Locust. No, the Casa Locust. The gun that killed 2 presidents. Gorgeous. It even comes with a perfect copy, too. I'm sure Hawk won't mind if we borrowed these.
Oh, I'm sure he will. The question is, do I care?
I'll admit your skills are impressive. You got into my vault like I'd left it open, but you're still going to die, screaming, just like...
No! Have I got your attention?
That shut him up. Got a clear shot. Here we go. Shields down. Let's tear that thing apart.
Kasumi is a badass.
I know you, Kasumi. You'll want to keep these memories forever. But you don't need some neural implant to know I'll always be with you. Please. Kasumi. Destroy these files. There's nothing more I can do to protect you.
I can't do that. This is all that's left.
Goodbye, Kasumi. I love you.
Wow, okay. I signed up for a sneaking/heist mission, not to be filled with the feels.
Trying to determine how Scale Itch got onto Normandy, sexually transmitted disease only carried by Varen. Implications unpleasant.
As this is a high-security vessel, you'll need to relinquish your weapons before we proceed.
I'll relinquish 1 bullet. Where do you want it?
Let them proceed. Our facility is more than secure enough to handle 3 armed guests.
Oh, how wrong you are. I hope you like the taste of crow.
Each prisoner's cell is a self-contained modular unit. I've blown a few out the airlocks as an example.
That's definitely a way to keep the prisoners in line.
I wasn't asking.
You're in a high-security facility with guns and cameras everywhere, and you're threatening me?
Those guns and cameras won't be fast enough to save you.
Is that right?
I told you to stop.
Call it off. At least for now.
Renegade Shepard, get shit done.
My apologies, Shepard. You're more valuable as a prisoner than a customer.
You dirty double-crossing bastard. It's apparent why Jack was put in cryo because she is a badass. Fun fact, Jack was originally written to be pansexual. Actually, I'm curious as to why she wasn't the final product. Oh, Fox News. What a shocker.
It's all crap. I don't get paid enough to goddamn bleed out.
You are different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
Thank you? I mean, whatever leads me to not having an early grave is aces.
Ranathanoptis, you let me go when you destroyed Saren's lab on Firmire? Had to outrun a nuke in a utility pod, but it's still a second chance.
It certainly is a small universe. I always love the little details that makes games and movies interconnected further than a 2 slapped on the end of the title.
Saren, the Spectre traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats. I say, let us carry the genophage. Let 1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
Okeer is brutal with his way of thinking, but yeah, he's got a point. If you're a precious resource, there's not going to be room to grow or thrive, as you're going to be protected from doing anything.
I see everyone's enjoying the new paperweight. Concerns?
We don't know anything about it, Commander.
I know. You don't find that interesting?
Krogan fight well at close quarters.
Miranda's concern is understandable, but Jacob's reaction is priceless.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Some other time. About to test new bioweapon. Not on us, of course. Didn't think I had to specify, but Joker got nervous.
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game.
It really is tragic that Jack has been treated so poorly. She can't even attempt to get close to people because all she's ever known is backstabbing and cutthroats.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. So fuck you. And thanks for asking.
Appreciation in Jack's own rough way is nice. It definitely leaves room for character growth.
Any idea how dangerous this guy is?
He is a Krogan, Shepard. If you were asking whether he is actively hostile, I don't have the necessary data to answer.
Edie Sass gets a win.
I won't be second-guessed on my own ship by my own ship. Do it.
Damn, Shepard is a badass, being able to keep calm when being attacked by a Krogan.
Human, female. Before you die, I need a name.
Steve Bloom is always a win. That's a cool as hell way to start off a video call.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew. I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you, especially if they're working for the Reapers. They might be going after him to get to you.
Joke's on them. I don't have that much attachment to Caden. It goes a little more into it in Paragon Lost, but being on the ground, watching the Seeker Swarms and Collectors come for you is absolutely horrifying. The actual reveal of the Collectors, along with it playing the sound of critical mission failure, is super chilling.
Assuming control.
While Harbinger's voice isn't nearly as chilling as Sovereign's, Keith Zarabajka's performance is still awesome. Also, that ability is terrifying as hell.
Seems to be some kind of stasis field. Keeps you conscious but completely helpless.
Psychological warfare at its finest. Apparently, when making the Human Reaper, you first need to season the humans with a lethal dose of fear.
Caden said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony, just to lure the Collectors there?
A calculated risk. I suspected the Collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and Collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
The Elusive Man is showing us he's not to be trusted. While he does have humanity's best interests at heart, above all else he does whatever he feels is necessary for the end goal.
Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
Letting you know via the story you gotta upgrade your ship and actually do those loyalty missions.
I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one.
That's one of the reasons I like Edie so much. Especially before her AI was unshackled, she had a dry sense of humor without doing it intentionally.
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
This is completely accurate, especially the why the fuck not at the end.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Minara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed, and when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading, and I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
Considering all that Jack has been through, it's really heartwarming that she comes out of her shell and actually cares about people by the end of the trilogy.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
The hold is too open, not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
I love that it goes into detail on why cloning Krogans also isn't a viable way around the Genophage. Knowledge without context isn't much better than being ignorant.
What other human info's floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
Along with showing that, again, Krogans are walking tanks, you get to see that Grunt is kind of a doof, which makes him a little bit more endearing.
Primary systems online.
So the Firewalker missions don't really add a whole lot to the overall story, but you get a new vehicle that handles infinitely better than the Mako. I don't care what Vega says. You can still ragdoll the Geth Colossus. I'd be lying if I said that using the Hammerhead to fly over pools of lava on platforms wasn't pretty badass. Just as awesome as the Mako being dropped off, only now we have more verticality. How about we don't?
This is Project Overlord, an attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing a human mind with a VI.
Words cannot express how bad that idea sounds.
My brother, David, volunteered to serve as a test subject.
You liar!
Don't ask me why, but I just find this utterly hilarious.
This is Dr. Archer. Please respond.
I hear you, Doctor. We've hit the override at Vulcan Station and are moving on. Shepard out.
I've played enough video games to know a goddamn trap when I see one. This particular Geth will most assuredly come back to kick my ass.
Lanigan just ran a simulation. If these Geth ever wake up, there's a 98% chance we'll be dead within 2 minutes. I'm starting to hate Lanigan.
Accurate.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
The Hammerhead is incredibly polite, letting us know about the beautiful scenery.
Archer log 155.2. For years, my brother's condition has been a handicap. That changed today. His autistic mind is the breakthrough I've been looking for. He can communicate with the Geth.
That's really cool they added in an autistic character and having their unique perspective be a way to communicate with the Geth. Sucks his brother as a jerk, though. That was kind of trippy and I love it. Apparently part of Project Overlord is jacking into the Matrix. The conditions they left David in were horrific. It's no wonder he went berserk. It makes it infinitely worse that it was his brother that did this to him, and even after David begged him to stop, the experiments continued. Well then, that's a great visual cue for what to expect. Also, I'm pretty sure this mission takes place in Texas, and I can boil the entire thing down to one meme.
Damn you, son!
And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you.
This is why you have a meat shield division of the military.
The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself.
Wait, that's illegal.
The Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
Even if you can't see her face, you can tell she's thinking, what is wrong with you? Have you learned nothing from our mistakes?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out the Geth on Haystrom, did we?
Between them and the Angry Sun, no, not really.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Ilum have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
Well, yeah, that's technically slavery. I do like that the ground rules are laid out, and you need to take care of your indentured servant, else you run the risk of breaking the contract.
Very few Quarians ever set foot here. Ilium doesn't allow the flotilla to approach beyond a certain distance. This is the greatest planet in the galaxy for those who can afford it, and they work hard to keep the Quarian fleet away.
It's expanded on a little more, and if you've been paying attention up until this point, it's pretty clear to see the Asari are the superior beings of this cycle, because of age, abilities, and their knowledge base. So, yeah, pretty sure all these components make them a bit bigoted.
I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We borrow. We build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours.
This is awesome because it's a callback and foreshadowing all in one. You're communicating with the Rachni Queen you saved on Novaria, and she is essentially telling you she's lying low and will assist you when the time comes to fight the Reapers.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind.
Just another reason Lair is both scary and awesome.
Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls. My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
That's a sweet, if not confusing, reunion.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
Liara isn't a squad mate in Mass Effect 2.
While it absolutely sucks that Liara isn't a squad mate in Mass Effect 2, it's good to see her, and we do get to help her take down the Shadow Broker later.
Still doesn't make up for the fact she's not a squad mate.
Yeah.
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Novaria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parsini! You set me up!
Not gonna lie, it's hilarious we get to help Gianna Parsini take someone down again.
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go natural.
I'm telling you, this is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then I had to explain about cross-species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
Listening to this Turian miladying is hysterical.
I see what's going on here. This isn't about slaves. You just don't want to hire a Quarian.
What? But...
Is it because you don't want to feed them, or do you just not like the suits?
Synthetic Insights has a strict non-discrimination policy. We don't just hire indentured servants.
Maybe I'll take this to Ilum's trade bureau just to be sure.
Wait! Let's not do anything crazy. We don't want to waste the Bureau's time. Okay? Fine. I'll go draw up a contract. Just leave Ilum's bureaucracy out of it.
It's nice to know that even in 2185, you can still bully people into doing what you want with racism.
Okay, that makes my legs hurt just watching it. And my knees are meant to bend that way.
Okay, you see that bit there?
The little divot in her abdomen?
It's called a belly button. Humans and Asari have them, and you're gonna be doing shots out of it later tonight.
That can't be sanitary.
Not the point, man.
What are the odds that elevator's gonna be empty when it gets here?
Perhaps we should find some cover.
Mezzanine. Have a pleasant stay.
Get ready to fight!
Ha! Kasumi called it.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me...
How about goodbye?
Get back! Get back! I'll shoot!
That's really not a good idea.
I don't want to hurt you.
Hurt me? I hardly felt a thing.
You stay put. When I'm finished dealing with this nuisance, you and I are going to... Who?
Thane is a badass.
Oh, another dangerous alien aboard, Commander. Thanks. Why can't you collect coins or commemorative plates or something?
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan, and he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
This is an example of something from the real world translated into different types of beings. This would be the equivalent of being a person that likes to party in their early 20s, and when they reach mid to late 20s, decides to settle down. As I said about the Quarian's pilgrimage and Rumspringa in the previous video, I absolutely love when things show up like this.
Look at him, he's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that, and I do trust him, if he said it.
Shepard, savior of the galaxy, puncherer of reporters, matchmaker. There's absolutely nothing she can't do, except dance.
Assuming direct control.
What was the name of the ship she left on?
Go to hell.
Find peace in the embrace of the goddess.
Damn! Samara's a badass lady.
I was trying to convince her to leave with you, but Justicar's in their code.
The detective has been ordered to detain me. I can't force her to disobey an order.
But you'll only obey for a day. After that, you'll kill her for doing her job?
I am afraid so.
Wow, that's brutally honest. Not gonna lie, Samara scares me.
The expedient path may be fast and simple. That does not make it the right path.
Excellent words to live by.
I do have a pass card they issued me to bring my goods in. Well, I had to return that one, but I happened to make a copy. Take it.
Shepard rolled a nat 20 for intimidation. I'm just gonna let this play out in its entirety because it's just too damn funny.
I am a biotic god. I think things, and they happen. Fear me, lesser creatures, for I am biotics made flesh. You will regret your scandalous words. I am a great wind that will sweep all before me like a great wind. A great biotic wind.
Didn't vanish. They're just working for the Reapers now.
That is a hell of a revelation, and if Liara were here, she would probably have a huge meltdown.
That can't be good.
I'm gonna say no. Probably not.
84%. 80, get us out of here! I am simultaneously fighting collector firewalls in over 8,000 nodes. I am tasked to capacity.
In other words, give me a damn minute, I'm busy!
Turian emergency channels have secondary encryption. It is present, but corrupted in the message. It is not possible that the elusive man would believe the distress call was genuine.
Why are you so sure?
I found the anomaly with Cerberus detection protocols. He wrote them.
He knew it was a trap? Why would he send us into a trap?
Because he's the elusive man, you don't get a name like that by being the most cuddly person in the universe.
That son of a bitch sent us right into collector hands.
And here I thought I'd had my betrayal and attempted murder for this year.
I can't dodge this guy forever, Edie. Get us the hell out of here.
Specify a destination, Mr. Moreau.
Anywhere that's not here.
Good Varen.
You can pet the space doggos. You can bet on Varen fights.
You're just mad you lost.
That doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tachanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan. When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
I love the little world-building details like this.
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
One thing I do love about the original trilogy is a lot of it revolves around the genophage and curing it. It again builds the world up to be more believable, as it's a huge issue that the Krogan are dying out due to it.
I am the speaker for Clan Warlord, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Warlord Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
If I flee, I might trip over the dozen Krogan I killed to get here. I think I'll take my chances.
When we cure the genophage, Warlord Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellion
You talk too much.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target!
Shepard is a verified badass.
Pretty it up however you like. You're talking about murdering millions.
No, murdered no one. Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard. Many methods. Gunfire, knives, drugs, tech attacks. Once with farming equipment, but not with medicine.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic. Didn't want to repeat. All life precious. Universe demands diversity.
I absolutely love that even though he was developing the genophage, Mordin did it as ethically as possible. As he would say,
had to be me. Others might have gotten it wrong.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage, right choice. Still, hard to sleep some nights.
I adore that Mordin knows it was the right thing to do, but it still feels ethically wrong, and it keeps him up knowing the decline of entire species is his fault.
Millions of data points, years of arguments, countless scenarios, all noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous, no unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war, Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better. Saved lives.
When you put it that way, you did the right thing. Not many would have the guts to look at the results and own it.
Not easy. Sometimes wish I wasn't as intelligent. Choice would have fallen on someone else. Not my problem. Fool's wish. Had to be me. Others might have gotten it wrong.
Have I mentioned just how great Mordin is? Him feeling that he's cursed with intelligence and wishing it was someone else's problem, but simultaneously glad he's the one to be doing it because someone else may have gotten it wrong, is peak character writing. There's so many layers to him, I love it. On that subject, I'd like to talk about how great the loyalty missions are. There are ways to get to know your crew better, but it also expands on their motivations and what drives them to be the characters they are, plus you get to see some growth with them as well.
You're lying there right now like a Vorcha grubbing in the mud. You gonna just lie there, Vorcha?
Screw you, human.
That's actually a hilarious insult.
There's no pep talk like a military pep talk.
Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard.
Even Renegade Shepard needs to step in and make sure a friend doesn't make a mistake.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
Keep the data. Better to have it and not need it.
It never hurts to be prepared. You never know when. I don't know. An armada of sentient machines may be out to destroy the galaxy, and you'd need to cure the genophage as a bargaining chip so they'll help out other races? I know. That sounds pretty far-fetched.
Hope he finds something new. Better goal, better purpose. Fewer torture tests.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tachanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tachanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
That's a handy trait to have.
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt.
But it's not too OP.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know.
It's called puberty, Grunt. Someone order some Krogan space hookers. What's wrong? Wow, that's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say.
To pit living beings against each other for entertainment.
Unforgivable. If I survive your mission, I may return here and instruct the Krogan on compassion. I'll need many bullets.
That's ominous.
You are Shepard. We would have shot any other alien out of the sky. But you, we give the respect due our most powerful enemies.
Thank you?
You destroyed Vermeer. You saved us from becoming Saren's minions. But you also destroyed a cure to the genophage. But more than that, you killed Urdnot Rex. I am clan leader Urdnot Reeve. Rex was my brood brother.
There's no option to say Ashley killed him because she's a super space Nazi.
Rex wanted to unite the clans. He wanted to deny tradition to stabilize our species.
Wow, sounds like Rex would have been a great leader of the Krogan. Too bad we won't get to see that!
Aliens don't know strength. My followers are true Krogan. Everything about Grunt is a lie. I like this human. She understands.
Krogan approval. Fighting a Thresher Maw on foot is intense and hella manly. Very fitting for a Krogan coming-of-age ritual.
Sir, I don't want to distract from our mission.
So I had to look this up, but apparently in the military, you can refer to an officer of a higher rank as Sir, regardless of gender. It's not a win per se, but I found it interesting and I'm going to share it with you all. Also, as a neat little aside, it's a nice touch seeing lights under the squad mates that are loyal to you.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
This already lets you know something is suspect and won't lead to anything good. I'll save you, Frank!
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Oh yeah, it got way worse. Sadly, that's not the end of it.
More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
There it is. That's so horrible and unthinkable, I can't even remotely imagine how Jacob feels. It may get repetitive at some point, but damn, does BioWare have some good character writers.
Who the hell are you? Taylor. Lieutenant Jacob Taylor.
Jacob. My Jacob?
Not who you expected, Captain?
I was hoping not to have to explain this to him. Or anyone, really.
Holy shit, dude. That's how you write a bastard of a character. He isn't sad that he got caught. He's not even remotely remorseful. All he cares about is not wanting to explain himself to his son, the person that's supposed to look up to him.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation, but you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right he doesn't. What happened here, I should vent his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
I'm pretty sure we can spare the ammo.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not taking the shot. My father owned his mistakes. He was a different man. A good man.
Half-charged. You've seen the crazy ones. This won't stop them.
It's not for them, Dad.
Holy shit, that was brutal of Jacob, and I honestly don't think this mission could have ended any better. Just, wow.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard ass.
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana alright?
Seeing Miranda drop her normal Ice Queen persona and seeing her actually care and worry about someone is really touching, and it shows just how deep her character gets.
Thank you, Shepard. I appreciate this.
Who are you and what have you done with Miranda?
I'm giving you one chance to leave. That's more than most get.
Can confirm.
When I say the word, we unleash hell on your squad. So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things.
Looks like tech armor doesn't prevent your neck from being snapped. Noted.
Niket, you sold me out.
And you wonder why she has trust issues.
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby...
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
From a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her. You were getting back at your father.
Ah, some good old gaslighting. Yeah, Oriana would have been taken care of, but is that worth the cost of her freedom?
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket. I'm going to miss you. Figuratively speaking.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying, an eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
Shepard knows that no matter what Garrus is saying now, flat-out killing for revenge isn't his style.
So, which one of you wants to disappear?
I'd rather see you make someone reappear.
That's not the service we provide.
Make an exception. Just this once.
Damn it. Quick! Shoot them! Shoot them, you lumbering mouth!
Too slow.
Shepard and Garrus are both badasses.
Have you thought this through? You know what you're doing?
No, but I'm not turning back now.
It's not too late. You don't have to go through with this.
Who's going to bring Sidonis to justice if I don't? Nobody else knows what he's done. Nobody else cares. I don't see any other options.
Let me talk to him.
Talk all you want, but it won't change my mind. I don't care what his reasons were. He screwed us. He deserves to die.
I understand what you're going through, but do you really want to kill him?
I appreciate your concern, but I'm not you.
This isn't you either.
Really? I've always hated injustice. The thought that Sidonis could get away with this? Why should he go on living while 10 good men lie in unmarked graves? I'm sorry, Shepard. Words aren't going to solve this problem.
I hereby petition that anytime you have multiple party members like this, we gotta have some sort of loyalty mission. I love getting to know these characters more, and getting to see how well their characters are written. I will never not love these unfolding weapons.
They got to me. Said they'd kill me if I didn't help. What was I supposed to do?
Let me take the shot, Shepard. He's a damn coward.
That's it? You were just trying to save yourself?
I know what I did. I know they died because of me. I have to live with that. I wake up every night, sick and sweating. Each of their faces staring at me, accusing me. I'm already a dead man. I don't sleep. Food has no taste. Some days, I just want it to be over.
Just give me the chance.
Gotta let it go, Garrus. He's already paying for his crime.
He hasn't paid enough. He still has his life.
Look at him, Garrus. He's not alive. There's nothing left to kill.
My men, they deserved better.
Tell Garrus... I guess there's nothing I can say to make it right.
Just... go. Tell him to go.
I honestly don't have anything to say other than I'd love to see character growth like this. Sparing somebody who you originally didn't believe should get to keep their life? That takes a lot of courage, and it's honestly one of the reasons I love Garrus so much.
So much easier to see the world in black and white. Gray? I don't know what to do with gray.
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
No. No, you do not.
She is an Ardat-Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat-Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
That's brutal as hell and brings a new meaning to Black Widow.
What do you think of the music here?
Dark rhythms, violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me.
Sorry about that. Her pretentiousness was making me sick.
Morinth! Mother. Do not call me that! I can't choose to stop being your daughter, Mother.
What a twist!
I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you. I am already sworn to help you, Shepard. Let us finish this!
Sadly, I wasn't able to capture the footage, but you can actually let Morinth kill Samara, have her in your party, and actually romance her, leading to the brain hemorrhaging that the Ardat-Yakshi are known for.
Selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors. Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
Hear about anything interesting going on around here?
I serve drinks. You want to know what's going on? Check the news. I don't know why humans always ask me that.
You're a bartender in an RPG.
It's the law! What do you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored. They're everywhere, see everything. Yet they are never seen.
Honestly, that's a smart use of resources. Plus, they likely paid them, therefore giving them the ability to eat and probably give them a little hope as well.
Here's how it works. I ask a question, you answer the question. You speak when you're spoken to.
Who the fuck you think you are?
Mr. Kellum, I don't believe you were paying attention.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
The way Thane prays before and after a mission reminds me heavily of Assassin's Creed, and I'm down for that.
And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
Even though we're protecting the Mark, I love that we're up in the catwalk, scouting around as if we're hunting the Mark.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here?
What?
Do you have any idea how dangerous it is here?
Dangerous?
Get out of here now, before it blows!
Blows? What the...
Run!
Alright!
I can't believe that actually worked.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
So, what I'm taking away from this is punch someone to get out of a hostage situation. That can't be right.
Goliath, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
I'm not crying, you're crying. I find it both hilarious and appropriate that the trophy for completing the mission is Cats in the Cradle.
Give him a job. He can work off his debt to society and you can keep an eye on him.
It's nice you're able to resolve the situation and help make sure that Goliath doesn't go down the wrong path. Also, because I'm a dunce and didn't realize it until now, Quentin Flynn is always a win.
If I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So, no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
That's more great world building from the Quarians, even if it is super sad.
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
That's definitely a hell of an accusation and crime, but it's understandable to want to try to understand your enemy better to retake your homeland. Also, while again I don't have the footage, if you happen to have Legion before starting this mission and bring them along, everyone freaks out and it's hilarious. It also goes to show that even after a decade, there's still new things to learn about your favorite games.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough.
Wow, so simple. Too bad in real life legal systems aren't that good.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Got him! Got him!
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
While it was kind of low, Ron does state that they needed a pure visceral reaction to help prove her innocence.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
Even if it was hard on her, in the end, Rael did everything he could to keep his promise to his daughter, and tried as best as he could to keep her protected.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
Two things. First off, damn, Ashoka kills Tali's role, especially here. Second, it's super touching just how much Tali loves her father. She'd risk never seeing the migrant fleet ever again rather than besmirch her father's name.
Tali's achievements are the only evidence you should need. Come on, Tali. We're leaving.
What?
This is a formal proceeding.
Wrong, Admiral. This is a sham. You're trying to build sympathy for the Geth to forestall the war effort.
That is completely...
And you want all the messy experiments covered up so you can throw your fleet at the Geth. Do whatever you want with your toy ships, but leave my crew out of your political bullshit. We have no new evidence. You can accept Tali's word, or you can exile the woman who saved the Citadel from the Geth.
That's a bold as hell power move, and I love it.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks, but I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them.
Thanks for that, Jack. I didn't need to sleep ever again.
Did other children die in these fights?
I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked.
They actually rewarded you for attacking.
I still get warm feelings during a fight.
That's a hell of a Pavlovian conditioning. Jack's catharsis of blowing up the place that made her into what she is certainly makes for an awesome set piece.
Jack and Miranda are in the middle of a disagreement. Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
My opinion is the one that matters. You two, keep a deck apart at all times.
She can't be trusted, Shepard. She'll jeopardize the whole mission.
If we survive this, you two can tear each other apart. Until then, save your hate for the Collectors.
Having to keep peace between Jack and Miranda is very important, else you could fail a suicide mission. Plus, it's always hilarious for Jack to call Miranda a cheerleader.
She'll survive. I'll make sure of it. Then, I'll tear you apart myself.
Is that a protective threat? You know, to protect somebody so you can kick their ass later? Is that even a thing? Having to go inside a derelict Reaper to get the IFF is some crazy shit. I'd better be appreciated for this, with troops being well prepared for any attack via Reaper.
He asserts that the truth is patently obvious. I am concerned. Chandana has been staring at the samples for hours. He says he's listening to them.
Well, buddy, I'm no doctor, but it sounds like your coworker has a bad case of indoctrination.
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
Trapped inside a Reaper. Could be worse. Don't know how, but I guess it could be full of rats.
We've seen these before, Shepard. Dragon's teeth, your people call them. The Geth used them on Eden Prime.
Dragon's Teeth is still a badass name for something so horrible.
See how the room's arranged? They treated this thing like some kind of altar.
On today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. That's fucked up.
Shepard, Commander.
Yeah, Legion's a badass. Sweet, we managed to get the IFF and destroy a Reaper.
It was already deactivated.
I said we destroyed a Reaper.
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
Why can't it be both?
There was only one other survivor from that place, and you killed him.
It's the same thing as blowing the place up. Now I'm the only one who remembers what happened there. I want it gone. I want it all gone. It's only in my head, and when I die, it dies.
That's really deep and very considerate of Jack. She knows the horrors of her experience, so she wants to wipe all knowledge of it from the universe.
At Uvink, I wanted to disembowel him, to tear out his spine like a trophy.
Predator reference?
You actually think we'll find something worse than Collectors or Reapers?
I like to expect the worst. There's a small chance I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Words to live by.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course.
Honestly, Garrus, what do you think our chances are?
Honestly, the Collectors killed you once, and all they did is piss you off. I can't imagine they'll stop you this time.
You mean Turian ships have crewmen fighting each other before a mission?
It's supervised, of course. Nobody's going to risk an injury that interferes with the mission, and it's a good way to settle grudges amicably. I remember right before one mission, we were about to hit a Batarian pirate squad. Very risky. This recon scout and I had been at each other's throats. Nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
I assume you took her down gently?
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility. More than one way to work off stress, I guess.
There's no way that hilarious anecdote isn't getting a win.
It sounds like you're carrying some tension. Maybe I could help you get rid of it.
I didn't think you'd feel like sparring, Commander.
What if we skipped right to the tiebreaker? We could test your reach and my flexibility.
Oh, I didn't. Never knew you had a weakness for men with scars.
Flirting? Something I've failed to comment on, but I think it's a cool addition adding facial scars the more renegade actions you take.
Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
In other words, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
That seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
Naming Legion is a funny scene, and I'm glad Edie showed up when she did, else this would have gone on forever.
An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It's not that crazy. If we miss one synapse firing when we're being incubated from birth, there can be serious birth defects. Hell, the xenomorphs don't behave right in Colonial Marines because of a spelling mistake.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates.
Legion has a point. Why would machines need to see out of windows when they are machines and have exact coordinates?
Access achieved. We may proceed.
Joker mocking Legion is priceless.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
Like robot porn.
You do not understand. Organics do not know each other's minds. Geth do. We are not suspicious. We accept each other. The heretics desired to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace between us.
It couldn't have lasted forever. You disagreed about what path your race should take.
Human history is a litany of blood shed over different ideals of rulership and afterlife. Geth have no such history. We shared consensus on such things. How could we have become so different? Why can we no longer understand each other? What did we do wrong?
Times like this, you just want to hug Legion and tell them everything is going to be okay.
Every sapient has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence. You're letting them make their decisions, then killing them for it? You can't have it both ways, Legion. Their choice was to remove our right to make decisions using this virus. We choose to defend ourselves.
Legion has a point. If the heretics would have left the rest of the Geth alone, we wouldn't even be here. So, the moral of the story is don't force your religion on people.
Tali, your father was running brutal experiments. If the subjects had been human, I'd damn well be telling the Alliance about it.
I know, but if the Geth find out...
They'd attack, which would cause a war that would leave both the Geth and the Quarians vulnerable when the Reapers show up. Is that what you want, Legion?
We believed it was necessary to relay the information.
Sooner or later, you're both gonna have to stop fighting this war, or we'll all end up paying for it.
To facilitate unit cohesion, we will not transmit data regarding creator plans.
Thank you, Legion. I understand your intention. What if I gave you some non-classified data to send?
We would be grateful.
Compromises.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static. We are transmitting the Normandy's location.
Transmitting? To who?
Well, that's just terrible timing.
Primary defense systems are offline. We can save the Normandy, Mr. Moreau, but you must help me. Give me the ship.
What? You're crazy! You start singing Daisy Bell and I'm done.
2001, a Space Odyssey reference. Getting to play as Joker, even if it's very brief. Also, handy lights letting you know where the collectors won't be. So, yeah, don't get caught by them.
Alright, I'm at, you. Great. See, this is where it starts. When we're just all organic batteries, guess who they'll blame? Well, this is all Joker's fault. What a tool he was. I have to spend all day computing pi because he plugged in the Overlord.
Hilarious callback to a previous mission and a Matrix reference.
Thank you, Mr. Moreau. Now you must reactivate the primary drive in engineering.
You want me to go crawling through the ducts again?
I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That is a joke.
Right.
Don't even get me started about unshackling a damned AI.
Well, what can I do against collectors? Break my arm at them?
It's sad, but that's all Joker has without his pilot seat.
Please confirm destination, Shepard. The Reaper IFF is online, but there is a chance that the Normandy may not survive the Omega-4 relay. Once we are en route, we are committed.
Checking in before the point of no return. I always love point of no return scenarios because you know you're in for the final stretch and things are at their fever pitch for the climax. There is no romanceable Liara in Mass Effect 2, so I guess I'll just settle for being sad and looking at wifey's picture.
Dude, calm down.
You calm down! I love that the Omega-4 relay looks sinister compared to the sleekness of the other mass relays, it being appropriate considering the mission we're on.
Mr. Moreau, how is my ship?
Feels a little empty, sir.
Shepard leaves a considerable void.
There's not a super organic way to put this in, so I'll just talk about it now before actually getting into the mission. You can actively fail the suicide mission. If you don't make the necessary upgrades to your ship, as well as gain the loyalty of your crewmates, every single one of you can die and leave Joker as the last man standing. If you don't pick the right crewmates during the sequences within the Collector home base, multiple team members can die and be missing from Mass Effect 3. Again, I love that there's actual consequences for not paying attention and helping your teammates who are willing to sacrifice themselves for a suicide mission. I seriously adore the fact that you can finish the game and still technically fail.
Well, these must be all the ships that tried to make it through the Omega-4 relay. Some look ancient.
I love the trope of tons of vessels wrecked when going through a dangerous place. It really sells how tense the situation is.
Careful, Jeff. We have company.
And now we know why it's so dangerous.
Edie, take these bastards out!
As long as the new plating holds.
Listen here, Miranda. I upgraded the ship, okay? I spent a lot of time farming for materials, so just keep your snarkiness in check or knock on some damn wood.
Time to show our new teeth. Fire the main gun.
How do you like that, you sons of bitches?
The Collectors attacked our ship. They took our crew, our friends. They think we're helpless. They are wrong. They started a war, but we are not here to finish it. We're here to make them regret, to show them and everyone else what happens when you go too far. No more running, and no more waiting. Let's hit them where they live.
Badass motivational speech.
The colonists were processed. Those swarms of little robots, they melted their bodies into grey liquid and pumped it through these tubes.
That is absolutely horrifying. Walking through secret swarms with a biotic shield around you is badass!
Shepard, if my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
Precisely.
So, yeah, the Human Reaper is a little goofy, but it says something powerful that the Collectors, and by extension the Reapers, decided to model a kaiju-sized Reaper from humanity. Especially considering the Reapers don't just make their Reapers like this, but rather husk out beings and put their tech in. Humanity has really made a name for itself.
They're building it to look like a human. Why?
It appears that a Reaper's shape is based upon the species used to create it.
Reapers are machines. Why do they need humans at all?
Incorrect. Reapers are sapient constructs, a hybrid of organic and inorganic material. The exact construction methods are unclear, but it seems probable that the Reapers absorb the essence of a species, utilizing it in their reproduction process.
That is a hell of a bombshell. This entire time we thought the Reapers were purely synthetics, but in reality are a blend of the two. That makes the visions from Mass Effect 1 clearer, since if you pause at the right moment, it looks like there's organic material fused with the chipboard.
This Reaper appears to be in a very early stage of development. An embryo in human terms.
Wait, does that mean we got to abort a Reaper fetus? You know what? That's still not the weirdest thing that happens in the trilogy.
So it's not alive yet. We can still stop it from being created?
Shepard's trying hard not to say born. Not gonna lie, fighting this giant monstrosity is about 1,000 times more terrifying than Saren. I have no idea how I fell off the platform and didn't die, but as I said before, hilarious glitches/bugs get featured.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation through destruction. You have failed. We will find another way. Releasing control.
The final monologue from Harbinger, as well as showing that it's been a Reaper controlling one of the Prothean-turned collectors, is badass and a huge revelation. Aw, I feel bad for the poor guy. He was taken over by a species that subjugated its people and probably has been mind-controlled for forever, then woke up to being exploded.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8...
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on!
Joker, shut him off.
It's not nearly as hilarious to hang up on the elusive man as the Council, but it's still great. My sequel senses are tingling!
He was a friend. He helped me recover your body from the Shadow Broker.
Why did the Shadow Broker want my corpse?
He was going to sell you to the Collectors, but Farron and I stopped him. Farron sacrificed himself to save me.
So, you rescued me. Then how did I end up with Cerberus?
Well, they gave me intel to help recover you. They actually put Farron with me in the first place. After I got out, I gave you to them. They said they could bring you back.
I absolutely love that Liara is one of the reasons I'm even alive at this point.
The Council thought that Blasto, the first Hanar Spectre, would play by the rules.
This one has forgotten whether its heat sink is over capacity. It wonders whether the criminal scum considers itself fortunate.
They were wrong.
Space reference to Dirty Harry.
It's part of my old armor.
Likely, it's what Legion didn't take into his chassis, but most importantly, it's very touching that Liara kept part of our armor.
Speaking of which, did you find your friend's body?
You mean this body?
Liara. Something I should know?
This is the woman who tried to kill me.
You've had a rough day, so I'll let that slide. Why don't you put that gun down?
I saw you. I doubled back after I left. I watched you break into my apartment.
Sorry, lady, I'm inclined to believe Liara over some stranger.
Good guess. Not that you'll ever see what's on it. You pure-blood bitch!
Rude. But badass. Liara has no time for the mercs nonsense.
Damn it!
Even if she's dirty, Tela Vasir has got style. Getting to do a high-speed chase is thrilling as hell, and I certainly didn't expect it.
What kind of hotel is this?
Azure. It's a luxury resort with an exotic edge. Azure is slang for a part of the Asari body in some areas of Ilum.
Where?
Mainly the lower reaches, near the bottom.
I meant, where on the Asari body?
So did I.
We'll get you out of here safely, Mariana.
Well, that's good to hear. All you had to do was walk away. Now it gets ugly.
Please, I have a son.
A son? I hope he gets to see you again. I've heard losing a parent is just horrific for children. Scars them for life.
Damn, she really has fallen far.
While this is a nice and intense fight, it's got a huge heap of ludonarrative dissonance since she was practically moments away from dying. Now she's a juggernaut.
Miss me?
Are you talking about emotionally or with my shots? Either way, the answer's no.
What's the plan when we get there?
Get in, get Farron, get out. And kill anyone who tries to stop us.
That's it?
That's it.
Sounds like a plan.
I like it. Short, sweet, and to the point.
You sure that shunt is working?
It's illegal even on Ilium. It didn't come with a warranty.
But you tested it, right?
Here come more of them.
Tell me you tested it!
No time to talk. Their attacks are disorganized. They'd be more effective if they all attacked at once.
Please don't give the mercs ideas.
I don't know what the hell that is, but as always, I love being introduced to new species.
You're a Yogg, a pre-spaceflight species quarantined to their homeworld from massacring the Council's first contact teams. This base is older than your planet's discovery, which probably means you killed the original Shadow Broker 60 years ago, then took over. I'm guessing you were taken from your world by a trophy hunter who wanted a slave. Or a pet. How am I doing?
Liara, now!
Badass finisher!
Shadow Broker, this is Operative Murat. We've had a momentary connection failure. Can you confirm status?
Operative Shora requesting update. Are we still online?
Shadow Broker, I've lost our feed. We're online and awaiting instructions.
This is the Shadow Broker. The situation is under control. We experienced a power fluctuation while upgrading hardware. It disrupted communications momentarily.
However, we are now back online. Resume standard procedures.
I want a status report on all operations within the next solar day.
Shadow Broker, out.
Quick thinking, Liara. You made a tense situation less so.
It's all right.
Love and reassurances.
It's been 2 years. I don't... We're different people. You have your mission and...
More kissing, this time with an awesome backdrop.
No safeguards or user restrictions. It's like he never anticipated anyone but himself being here.
Fool! It's scary the amount of information the Shadow Broker has on everyone. There's text logs and detailed information on each squad mate.
You're not gonna turn into a recluse with creepy information on everyone in the galaxy, are you?
I can understand the temptation. I've got all the secrets of the galaxy at my fingertips. Give me 10 minutes and I could start a war.
That is both beyond awesome and terrifying.
So tell me what you want. If this all ends tomorrow, what happens to us?
I don't know. Marriage, old age, and a lot of little blue children?
Sounds perfect to me.
I've worked 47 days straight without time off, and now there's humans in the prison below. I can't get a break. There's 300,000 people in this colony. You'd think someone could cover for me one night.
I've been there, dude. It's hella rough.
Commander Shepard, I give you Object Rho. You have the Reaper artifact just sitting here? Out in the open?
Why can I not stumble on something that sounds too good to be true and it not be a cult of crazies or indoctrinated people for once? I do like a good holdout section, but sadly this one always ends in failure.
Take her to the medbay and patch her up. We want Shepard alive.
Oh look, my old friend Nightmare Fuel. It's pretty awesome you jailbreak yourself with the Loki mech. Looking at this timer and realizing you've been unconscious for 2 whole days in close proximity to a Reaper artifact is legitimately horrifying.
Welcome to Project Control.
I want to activate the project.
Warning. Activating the project will result in an estimated 305,000 casualties. Do you wish to continue?
That is a hell of a choice to have to make. The worst part is, it only delays the Reapers by a little bit, and nobody in that time even prepares for it.
Shepard, you have become an annoyance.
Thank you. When the biggest of bosses shows up, you know you're on the right path. This is the biggest war crime Shepard will ever commit in her goal to stop the Reapers, and damn, watching the map completely clear is heartbreaking to say in the least. Man, just like Mass Effect 1, I have no idea what to say for this review. Mass Effect 2 is definitely a marked improvement over the first one, and man, did BioWare bring it. The story starts off with Shepard and the Normandy blowing up, and damn did I not see that coming, especially in the first 10 minutes of booting the game up. From there, you're immediately tasked with the end goal of going on a suicide mission to stop the Collectors from harvesting humanity. Mass Effect 1's story was intense, but damn, Mass Effect 2 ramps it up sky high and keeps going. I love that the setup is, as I said, basically a bunch of side missions slapped together into a campaign. The music, as always, is phenomenal, with it having one of my favorite tracks in the entire trilogy, Kasumi's Suite. Jack Wall did an amazing job, and I never hate hearing any of the iconic tracks. The gameplay is one of the biggest upgrades from 1 to 2. Yeah, they did strip away the tabletop charm of Mass Effect 1, but they brought in a wonderfully streamlined game that is so much fun to play. This is one of the reasons I always prefer playing 2 over 1, just because of the smooth as butter gameplay. While the graphics are a little dated in some places still, BioWare definitely upped their game, making everything smoother looking and the people actually looking like people, instead of the model stretched over wires. I'm especially impressed with the armor since it looks like more than a space onesie. In closing, all I really have to say is playing this and making this video is making me more and more excited for what's to come with the new Mass Effect game. It's been a while since I've got to play these games, and getting to replay them for my channel since the Legendary Edition came out has made me so ecstatic. These games were, and still are, a huge thing for me, and I'm so happy I get to talk about them. Thank you for watching, and try not to die out there.
Shepard, you have become an annoyance. You fight against inevitability, dust struggling against cosmic winds. This seems a victory to you, a star system sacrificed. But even now, your greatest civilizations are doomed to fall. Your leaders will beg to serve us.
Yes, people will die. Maybe we'll lose half the galaxy. Maybe more. But I'll do whatever it takes to rid the galaxy of the Reaper threat. However insignificant we might be, we will fight, we will sacrifice, and we will find a way. That's what humans do.
Know this as you die in vain. Your time will come. Your species will fall. Prepare yourselves for the arrival.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.